whilst constantly shitting myself as well and vomiting. It was brutal.
So sweet.
Yeah. Oh, the worst one was that I was asleep, obviously having flu fever dreams, and I was dreaming that I was in a bath of chocolate ice cream.
Oh, here we go. I hope you're recording this.
Good. Yeah, this is a good
Okay,
start.
yeah.
Good
And I'm
start.
like, oh, I'm really cold and like uncomfortable. This is horrible. Then I woke up. and then shit myself. I was laying in my own brand of chocolate ice cream.
Great.
And I was just cold and covered in wet shit. I was so ill.
This is why we're called the Poo Finger Podcast.
Yeah.
Hello there! Welcome to the Poo Finger Podcast. With me, Wayne Cooper, and Mr. Lee Neal,
What?
and the gravelly voice Seth Rogen wannabe, and Mr. Kemps Korner.
Hello there. And yes, I'm really ill.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Whoa! Grail was bold, let's sit down to feed.
Poo Finger Podcast.
There's Kemp and there's Wayne and there is Mr. Lee.
Poo Finger Podcast.
Men talking nonsense is something you wish.
Poo Finger Podcast.
Listen right now to hear Kemp talking pish.
Poo Finger Podcast.
Poo Finger Podcast. Poo Finger Podcast. Poo Finger Podcast. Poo Finger Podcast.
You fucking fancy.
Cheers, mate.
Are we
Right.
rolling?
La la.
Yes.
I mean, you've got to scrap
Rolling.
everything because...
oh fuck.
Oh,
Right, we've got to redo the intro.
yeah.
And you can't do the same speech
No.
because you can't recapture gold. Once it's out, you can't repeat it. It doesn't
Yeah.
work because it just loses the magic.
You can only either go to silver or platinum.
Yeah, so no one's going to hear my chocolate ice cream story.
Oh,
Why do I always forget to do that every week?
well, to be fair, these lot don't know, do they?
No, but we do.
Yeah.
No offence, I do mean you, the listeners.
They'll never know us either because we're not going to tell them what it is.
Of course not.
No.
So that'll just add to my shame.
Yeah.
So this is a mystery thing that we do to make the recording official.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
And I forget to do it every week
Yeah.
and have to be reminded, and then we have to scrap everything and start again.
Yeah.
Every single fucking time.
Yeah.
Anywho. The greatest shit that has ever existed. Well, you better agree or else you're gonna get fisted. Greatest of all time. This week, the greatest in your mind video game that has been critically smashed to bits.
Yeah. It's basically the
And,
greatest of all time, shittest game.
Yeah, people generally dislike, but you like yourself.
Yeah. Bit of a twist on the greatest of all time genre because we're trying to think of something that's unanimously agreed as panned and crap.
Dog shit, but
Yes.
we love it.
Yeah. We've got to roll the die.
We could roll the die.
Or, I feel like there's an
But-
alternative.
Yeah, there's an all here.
Yeah, the alternative is I've not thought of one yet. I've been trying to think of one all day. And I was trying to think of one when you first suggested it. All the games I love are awesome and everyone loves them. So, but I'm pretty sure there's one that I've recommended to at least you, Cam, before
Probably.
that I've played that I say is awesome. And you're like, no, it's fucking dog shit. And it's generally thought to be dog shit. But I've tried to encourage you to get into playing. But I can't remember what the fuck it is.
I've got one for you.
This could be the one that you're thinking.
Yeah, but it kind of imposes a little bit on mine.
Right.
So I don't know if I should tell you or not. I'll just let you sit there in stupor.
Let me stew. And you guys have a goo.
So it was actually it is quite hard to think of one because I tried looking online for some lists,
Yeah.
just to like, let's just have a look because obviously you can't always remember what the score was. Back in the, if I'm thinking a game from like fucking 2010 or whatever, I can't remember what IGN gave it.
I thought of one just now. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But a lot of the lists were like, this is lists of like just video games. We excluded like movie and TV tie-ins because they're just always shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, include them because some of them were good. Like
Yeah.
the X-Men Origins Wolverine game.
That was really good.
That was really good, but it got like
really
a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 because it's like, oh, movie time. But actually, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
So that made it trickier.
Well, now I have one. Let's roll the die.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, roll again.
What number was I again? I wasn't looking.
You were 7.
Awesome.
Cool. Ready?
Ready?
1.
1.
Juan.
Yeah. Mexican fellow.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
Yes.
So the game that I just thought of 40 seconds ago was on the PlayStation 1.
Ooh.
And it's a game that I saw was coming out, and I was like, that looks awesome. I think I played a demo of it, I believe. There was a demo, maybe you had, Count, because you're always buying Gay Station magazine.
I had so many demo discs. It was unreal.
Yeah.
Oh, those demo discs were amazing because
Yeah.
you'd get the demos of the main games,
Yeah.
but then there'd be like 10 or 20 like full indie games.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
I used to love them. It was amazing.
This one, I remember, was the main demo of the game, so it was like on the cover of the thing.
Oh, yes.
I remember buying it. It was really hard. There's a cat on the roof.
I did hear that.
But I loved it and thought it was an awesome idea. Probably not the best executed. Siphon Filter.
Oh, good
I
shout.
enjoyed that.
I fucking loved that
Yeah.
game. And the reason I just remembered it was because that Kadikarus YouTuber that I watch, he did like a review of it on one of his videos.
Yeah.
And was saying how shit it was. And I was like, oh, really? And then he said about how it was critically panned as well.
Yeah.
And all the reviews were shit. I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
I used to love that game. I
Got a
didn't realise it was
sequel.
panned. So that fitted quite nicely.
Yeah, it got a sequel.
Yes, Siphon Filter 2, which,
Yeah, that's what it would have been, but yeah, we don't just go straight to 3, or 6.
You never know. This
So,
day and age.
Yeah, fair point.
The original score was 6 out of 10
Ooh,
rated.
So not panned.
Not panned, but it wasn't
3 out of
particularly-
5. Average.
They absolutely battered the control scheme because remember the controls were a bit funky because
Yeah.
this was back in the day before you had 2 thumbsticks.
It's like triangle
Yeah.
to move forward, L2 to squat.
Yeah, it was. It was like, yeah, that was pretty much the controls when it to turn right horizontally, you'd have to press circle. And like, yeah, because that's just how they controlled until
Yeah.
Alien Trilogy come out on PS1.
That was the first PlayStation game I ever owned.
Yeah, well, it was the first one to have 2 thumbsticks, and people hated that,
Yeah.
which is weird to think, isn't it? Obviously, how we all play games now
Yeah.
was originally hated. They were like, no, it's really clunky, it's weird.
Humans
Yeah.
are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Opposable thumbs, a blessing and a curse. It
Throughout
seems.
history, humans are just dumb. How have we got so advanced?
And,
How fucking
Yeah.
stupid we are.
yeah.
It never changes either.
Yeah.
Something new comes out. No, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna fucking kill everyone. Like, it's thumbsticks. Fuck off. Fucking idiots.
Yeah. But no, Siphon Filter, good shout.
Yeah. Very good shout.
So I had that on demo disc.
Yeah.
I think it was just the first level, but I played that so much.
Yeah.
It was a really good game.
I think it was the cover of that PlayStation magazine demo disc that grabbed me. I was like, that looks awesome. Gotta
Cool.
play that demo.
Blue and neon green and stuff. And
Yeah.
Yeah, neon green and grey, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Colour screen.
I was a business.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so, roll again.
4. Roll again. Oh my god, no, it's only us 2 minutes. So
Gotta
yeah,
assign
sorry.
numbers, you
Sorry.
fucking
Okay.
ball
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah. No, I'll do another roll.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 2.
You roll.
Me, right. Okay, well, what I was going to suggest to you, which also fits my answer, was all these simulation games you get nowadays. Like you get farming simulator, you get cooking simulator, you get
Oh, yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, absolutely
Love 'em.
everything. Yeah. And one I was going to suggest for you actually was Power Washing Simulator, because don't get me wrong, I love a good simulation game, but that... I played it thoroughly. I got to roughly the same level you did. I cleaned that little park area in the back of the house and the kennel.
Didn't get anywhere near my level, man.
But no, probably
I
not
was a
actually, in
power
all
wash
fairness.
fucking master.
Yeah. But my personal choice would be Goat Simulator,
Yeah.
because that had no reason to be as good as it fucking
You seen
was.
that they're bringing out Goat Simulator 3?
Yes, yep. I've seen all this.
They haven't made 2. Like, that's the
yeah.
joke.
Innit?
They skip-
Goat Simulator's not critically panned though. Everyone loves that. I don't like it, personally, but it's just me.
Should we check what's the
Yeah.
score?
Yeah, go on then. I'd like to see.
'Cause I seem to think it was quite negatively received. It's just that it then got kind of memed, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just because of the sheer stupidity. It was almost Monty Python-esque.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, oh, go and ram over this fucking motorbike or something, cause a massive pile-up or...
See, this is interesting. IGN gave it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Someone else gave it 4 out of 5, but then Metacritic gave it 58%. So
I'll go
Metacritic
by
is
that.
more of audience-based, isn't it? If I remember right.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rotten
I think
Tomatoes,
so, yeah.
but for games. So, yeah, so the critics liked it, but the audience apparently didn't, which is the opposite of what I thought. So I guess that counts because it has got a really shit score on like a reputable site.
I'll take that.
So unfortunately, yours does not count.
Oh, I was saying
Mine
it
always
did count.
Yeah.
I said it
That
counted.
doesn't count.
I think it counts.
Critically panned games. Critics said it was awesome.
Who's a better critic than the audience? The people who actually play and buy them, not just get given a copy to review and say, oh, do that and I'll give you a free Xbox.
Everyone's a critic.
Fucking mum's a critic.
Kept throwing shade at my mum for a change. I think that's probably a first. Oh no, it can't have been a first.
No, I'm
Over
just-
time.
I think it's first on air.
Sorry, Mum.
Definitely the first on here. Yeah, how dare you? My mother's a saint.
She is. I love you, Mum.
Fucking take that back.
Yeah. No. It weren't that bad. That wasn't being like really offensive, like, you
It
know.
really wasn't offensive.
Yeah, it's not like you have been to mine quite a few times on this podcast.
I've slayed your mum with
So
words.
you're doing it up, mate. You're doing it again. Okay, so
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
we'll count it. Mr.
Yeah.
Neil says you can count it.
thank you.
It's 2 against 1.
Yeah.
I've got to back down.
All right.
If that's my podcast. How dare you?
Yeah, so simply to save my voice, I'm just going to call it that. So,
Okay.
yeah, should we roll the dice?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, roll again, yeah?
Yeah.
2.
Oh, it's my turn.
Hey.
Wow.
Ah,
So I've been a little bit cheeky with this
Oh, you fucking go.
in that I'm going to say a game that's in a very specific area. So my vote for the greatest shitty game of all time is No Man's Sky, but
Yeah, good shout.
the original build. So not the
okay.
one that's now.
I never actually played the original build.
See, the original
As much as I
build,
wanted
so
to.
where the game is now, they've caught up with everything they promised.
Yeah, definitely, and then some.
And then some. When it was originally announced, they were like, we got fucking unlimited planets. Everyone, you know, if you find it, you get to name it.
Yeah.
They
All the
oversold it big
fauna
time.
and all the animal creatures, they're all going to be completely unique on every single planet. It's literally infinite amounts. It's going to be amazing. The combat's going to be like reactive and stuff. So, you know, you're going to get ambushed by like loads of different kinds of ships.
And they
And
did like a big presentation with that massive screen.
Yeah.
Everyone was staring in wonder.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, it looked fantastic, and all the creatures were like dinosaur size, fucking huge. Whoa, and it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this is gonna be the next best thing. This is gonna be absolutely incredible, pushing the art like much further than it's ever been thought of.
Yeah.
And like PlayStation got behind it, Sony was like, yeah, we're gonna push it, but it's an indie developer. There was only like 10 of them that worked on the game.
I believe it was 4 people.
Was it 4?
I believe it
I
was
seem
4.
to. I thought it
I
was
think-
a little bit more.
Might have been.
I think I'm probably thinking of the entire company, but
no, Hello Games was like 4 people.
Yeah.
4 dudes in a room
As well.
in this game.
yeah,
And the concept is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got me. And I'm seeing that presentation. I was like, that is going to be next
it looked
level.
phenomenal.
It looks so good. Yeah, but carry
But
on.
bless them, what they delivered was fucking nowhere near what they promised. Like, and
Yeah.
you know, obviously they got excited and like, this is what we're doing, and they did deliver eventually. I think the problem was that Sony and everyone else got behind it and pushed it like a AAA game, like this is happening, when really they needed another 3-4 years to get where it is. So
Insanely
what they
high
released
hopes.
was such an alpha build. It was
Yeah.
so limited. Like the space battles, every time you got 3 ships come in. And there was stupid AI, so they were dead easy to shoot down. Just shot them down, and then you carry on. And that was the same every time. If you got combat on a planet, it was 2 sentinel robots. You know, the little floaty dudes. You killed them and then they were gone.
Oh.
All the creatures were literally like the size of a mid-sized dog. And yeah, a lot of the planets had like not a lot in it. So it was really empty. Like there really wasn't that much in it.
I remember seeing screenshots and like reviews and saying like how it's nothing that was promised.
Yeah.
And, like it's just like barren planets,
Yeah.
empty with like the odd tree or a rock that you can mine.
Yeah.
And
it was like that. But in a weird way, I loved that. I actually thought it was really good. And the freedom and the emptiness of it, it was so zen. Like you could just
It was like the birth of a universe.
Yeah, literally, it was so like bare. And then you'd find a space station. There wasn't a space station in every like solar system. Like you had to properly sort them out. And that's where you saw all the life. And it was like, wow, look at, there's actually bigger things than a mid-sized dog.
Yeah.
And like you talk to them all.
Life-size dogs.
Yeah.
Those original space stations that they had in the first build, they kept them in the game. And now they're abandoned stations. And like you go in and like salvage stuff and like, so like when you go in, all the lights are bright blue, like a white blue. But if you find an abandoned station, all the lights are red. So you go in and it's like this fucking
They're a bit creepy in there as well.
Star Wars Empire type feel. Like it's an abandoned station.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool how they've done that. Because what they've got to now, like when I jumped on, the space combat wasn't great. It was still like you say, 3 ships, but the Sentinels, they had like the walkers, and things like that, and the dogs.
Yeah.
But
also like they sorted the creatures out, so you did see like big like giraffe-like creatures and dinosaurs, and stuff like that. And there was more of a story to it, because when we jumped back on, because you brought it to the group, like, I'm thinking of playing this, and I played it the first build.
Yeah.
Played it for, a good few weeks. It was one of the first games I got with my PS4. And then naturally you buy more stuff, so it got pushed to a side. And then didn't really come back to it. So I was like, it's alright. Gotta warn you, there's not much in it. But it's really zen. Like if you want to chill out and just like, it's more chilled than Minecraft. Yeah. Like it's so zen. It's almost like meditating.
It still is, but
it still is. But yeah, like when we all jump back in, they've added so much more. There's different languages in it and fucking whole much more accessible story.
It feels bigger.
They had different ships, like like the freighters as well that you can get, and the abandoned stations and all the planets were like much more thought out. There was water and underwater stuff, and
since that time that we played,
they've done so much more.
They've added like volcanoes and mountain ranges and like subterranean caves and the procedural generation that they've used in it, they've just advanced it so much and they've added so much to that game. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good. It's one of my favourite games of all time. Yeah, but apparently the recent update, because they've just released it on the Switch, and I think apparently they've been a bit ambitious with that as well. Even though they've got all this praise now, because they're like, now it's what it should have been, but better. But since they've released it on Switch, they've released an update so that it's playable on Switch, because everyone said you can't play this game on Switch.
No, Switch is so underpowered.
And they're like, well, we can. But the update they released has been for every other platform as well, and has apparently fucked shit up quite a bit. Like it's fucked all your inventories up and things like that, and the way you build technology, which I'm like, because I've been playing it for a few years, so I'm like a good 250 hours into that game, like doing my shit, and I'm used to the systems like as they've progressed like throughout the updates. So I think I jumped on at like Beyond No Man's Sky Beyond update. I think it was when they released it on the Game Pass.
That sounds about right.
So that's when I finally got a chance to play it, and it luckily for me it was one of the best updates they've done so far. But since then they've done so much more, and apparently now they've gone a bit backwards since they've released it on the Switch, and people are not happy.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because like I see why they want to release it on the Switch, because the Switch is amazing. Like it's such a good machine, but Nintendo being who they are, like they're like 2 generations behind, so the hardware is pretty garbage.
Yeah,
so it does struggle, but
they're a more gimmicky game.
Yeah, but somehow they can get their first party titles fucking gleaming. Like you can't tell that it's 720p. Like it looks 4K, and it's like full on Pixar animation. Like it looks incredible, and some third parties have got it right. Like I think the port of The Witcher 3 is really good, and obviously that's a now previous gen title.
Yeah,
but then there's other
Never
ports.
get into Witcher.
Oh, which?
Yeah, I tried.
Tried a couple of times.
Yeah, I've tried a couple.
Couldn't get into it.
I couldn't really get into it. But the port on the Switch is really good. I think Skyrim's okay on Switch, but then there's stuff like the Outer Rim, the one that the Fallout New Vegas team it looks like a fucking PS1 game. It is awful, and it's about 3 frames a second.
Is it?
Yeah, just because the hardware is crap. It's basically like an Android phone.
Yeah,
with Joy-Cons.
Couldn't really get into that game either.
No, I couldn't either.
I think Mr. Neil is the winner with No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
That's a great shout.
Not the current build, because the current build is fantastic. Build. Everyone loves it. Everyone, they've won awards for the most recent builds, which is amazing to see, because bless them, like, you could really tell that they put so much work in, but there were 4 to 10 people working on a game.
Yeah. Shout out to those 4 to 10 people.
Yeah, but they didn't give up. And now they're finally winning awards, which is great.
Hello Games.
Hello Games. But the first build, as much as it was so barren and empty, it was beautiful. It had this beautiful ambience to it. I don't know, you two got some good shouts in too.
No, I think you definitely nailed that one. Because the expectation as well, as you say, it was definitely released too early. It was very much probably not an alpha build, but definitely a beta build at minimum.
Yeah.
And I can perfectly understand that, it's just, as you say.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing there, it's kind of like the dawn of universe sort of thing for it. And then I remember it was quite celebrated when the first 2 players have actually met up in the game. Well, not the first 2, but the first just 2 players generally.
The chances of that happening is
it's fucking illogical.
Yeah. Far too many zeros to count.
Yeah.
For the chances. My original thought was going to be Breakpoint, the Tom Clancy Ghost Recon.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it's got like
I
sick.
like that game.
I love it. That's my comfort game.
Oh, that's the recent one.
Yeah, the one with Punisher as the bad guy.
That game.
Yeah, that's my comfort game. If I just want to proper relax, and I'll just fire that up. I don't bother with all the new stuff they've added in. I was like, no, I want original build. Just me, loot and gun. Love it, but that got like a 6 out of 10, and I'm like, that's not quite panned, because that's that's an okay score, like it's bottom of average, isn't it?
Yeah, I was under the impression that Siphon Filter got 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
So who should be excluded? Miss one.
Well, no, it got 5, didn't it?
6. He said.
Did I say 6?
I'm sure he said
I thought I said 5. I mean, obviously we've recorded this. So
I'll just fuck with you.
Well, I found out the history of Hello Games, so we can clear out the amount of developers.
Oh, got him.
So, in the history, it reads, "We believe that small, talented teams can achieve great things. As a team of 4 in a tiny room above a tile shop, we created the multi-million-selling Joe Danger. As a dozen developers in a leaking shed, we borrowed our neighbour's internet and created one of the biggest selling new IPs in video games, No Man's Sky."
So it doesn't. So it's 12.
So it's a dozen. So it started off as 4. That's where I got the 4 from. But yeah, a dozen of them made No Man's Sky, which is still amazing. That only 12 kids made that shit.
But I think if it didn't have the hype, if it didn't have the push that Sony gave it, I reckon everyone would have been all right with it if that was just an indie game.
But kudos to them for sticking to it and doing all those updates. They're all free updates as well.
Absolutely.
And they're massive. They're working all the time making them updates because they're constantly tweaking it.
I mean, you hear of loads of games that get released
6 years on, and
within a year they've closed it down. Like that new roller derby game that just released like 3 months ago.
All right, they shut it down.
Yeah, and that's like, I think that's EA or Ubisoft. It's released it free to play, like Battle Royale. Basically, you're on roller skates and you're playing basketball. So it's basically like roller derby because you go around on a track. Like, it got loads of players when it first came out. Everyone got a bit bored of it because it was actually quite easy to win. Like, there was just loads of like ways that you could just shoot and it would go in and they couldn't do anything.
Right.
The player base dropped off, and they're like, we're closing servers. It's like, you're not even going to drop a patch, like, try and tweak it a bit, just the, some of the stats and whatever. But no, they're just like, no, done.
I apologise for my creaky chair, by the way. It's doing my tree.
It's all right.
Yeah. I've tried to get mine wedged right into the corner, and even that's still creaking a little bit.
I can't hear yours creaking. I can just hear mine.
Yeah.
When you wiggle your ass around on it like that. Cool.
Yeah.
Fucking
no one down the drink that wasn't a shit yourself. For those playing along at home.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
So I think we're all in agreement. No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time. Kemps Korner. He sits in the corner with a finger up his bum. Kemps Korner. He's sitting in the corner with a finger in his bumhole.
I've heard it makes me feel better.
And he sounds like he sucked off 3 homeless men on the way here. It's Kemps Korner.
Right, well, I've got 2 games and what? Sorry, hang on, no, 2 quizzes. Sorry, 2 quizzes and a game. Sorry, my apologies.
Ooh, what's the difference?
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Actually, yeah, I'll do the
Roll
game.
the dice.
Hang on, I'll do the game on last because there is a physical prize.
Ooh.
That physical
Ooh.
prize is money.
What?
It's actual money from me to the victor. So I want to see how far you two will go on this.
Ooh.
Right.
Sounds
But
exciting.
One of us is sucking dick tonight.
Yeah. We'll
One
do
of us
this
is getting
one
the
last.
dick sucked tonight.
Either
Yeah.
way, we both get lucky.
Don't forget to subscribe to Patreon for the ASMR version of this video.
Yeah, we might even do the
For the
video for
podcast.
you.
Yeah. Right, so
First
quiz number
YouTube
1.
Video.
Quiz number 1.
Go straight on the hub.
Boop up. So, it's as simple as this. Can you put these 3 things in price order? Your choice, lowest to highest, highest to lowest. I'll let you choose.
Okay.
Right?
Do we work together?
Camping's
on
price
this?
is right.
You can play it separately or alone. Separately or together, I don't mind.
Let's work together. I think
Yeah.
that'd be the best way. Or
No,
Oh,
competition.
no, yeah,
Let's compete.
competition.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll keep it. Kemp will read them out. We'll keep it to ourselves.
I'm going to make a note.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might
Ah, yeah.
want to make it over
That's
these,
fine.
actually, yeah.
I'll just write it.
Nice. Okay.
Hang
So,
on.
okay.
Fucking bummed up.
I'm ready.
Writing other things down. Nice one.
I win. Money.
Nah.
I'm ready.
Oh, for a record, yeah, for the money round as well, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to let you write anything down for that. You can for the other 2, but not for that one.
Bless you.
Oh, I just slobbered all over myself. There's green goo all over my shoulder. Okay,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Right. So yeah, can you put these 3 things in price order? In order.
No.
Not price order, just in order.
In order, what?
You'll see as I read them out, right?
Price wise?
Not necessarily price wise, just
What was
the
the price?
number. Don't worry, just fucking listen. You'll understand it, right? Right. Can you put these 3 things in order?
In order of what?
You'll understand what I tell you. Yeah.
Right,
Sorry, this guy.
I'm too
does this all the
engaged.
time.
I'm in competitive mode now.
Right.
How many is there? 3?
Yes.
So there's 3 items. We've got to put them in order.
Right.
We'll find out the order momentarily. Apparently, it will make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't trust this guy.
To the nearest pound, right? The value of my shopping that I've done so far this week,
Right.
right? That's Monday to today.
Monday to today.
The number of cigarettes I've smoked this week so far, Monday to today.
Value waffle.
No, just the number of cigarettes.
Today.
Oh, right. Okay.
No,
just the number.
This week, Monday to today.
Right.
And the value of petrol I put in my car on Wednesday to the nearest pound.
Also, I've got to write the value.
Right, yeah, and it basically
Of the amount.
highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So you'll get 3
Am I
numbers.
writing the number?
Right. So
Yes.
you write down how much you think he spent on shopping this week, how many cigarettes he smoked,
Right.
and how much you think he's put in his car,
yeah.
and then he'll go shopping, and then you say blah blah blah, and I'll go blah blah blah, and then Kemp will go,
Yeah.
you won or I won.
He's saying put it in order of highest to
No,
lowest.
don't
What's
worry
the
about
one
order. He's going
Yeah,
to put it in
well-
order. We just got to write down what we think.
Right. Okay. Right. So.
What I'll do is I'll ask you what's your order,
See.
and then same again. I'll let you know.
Petrol. And I'm writing the value of it. The number. associated with it. So if it's
Yeah.
petrol,
So it's
how many pounds worth of petrol you put in,
if
not
you
how many
think,
litres.
if you think I spent £150 on shopping this week, you'd write 150.
Yeah. And
If
if I
it's-
think you've smoked 20 cigarettes, I'll put 20.
Yeah.
And if I think petrol,
You put 80 or whatever. Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm ready.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying
I got it.
to think
Right.
of how much you'd spend on these things because
Right.
you live with your mum, so how much you spend on shopping? I'm going to say, what are you doing? Grocery shopping?
Grocery
Just a
shopping.
weekly shop?
Yeah, just grocery shopping down at a supermarket in particular. I'm not going to name a particular one. We're not sponsored this week,
Cigarettes.
or any week for that matter.
Monday to Saturday.
But that can change.
Yeah, shut up. Your
I'm
face here.
going to say,
Wait, is that offensive?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, while
Petrol.
you're doing this, Mr. Lee.
hang on, I'm on the last one.
Jesus Christ.
Petrol.
And other various gods.
I'm going to say, okay. I'm ready.
Right, well, you're going to wait on this one because fucking long guy.
Well, you're so
Right.
fucking confusing, man.
Because you kept interrupted. Anyway, Mr. Lee's been ready for a long time. So, Mr. Lee, may I ask for your order?
So I'm going for shopping is the cheapest.
You're the cheapest highest. Okay, yeah, right.
Is that what I was meant to do?
Sorry. Yeah, you
See
can do
what I
either.
mean?
You can do
Yeah.
either.
Fucking
No,
confusing.
you can do either. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter which way round you do it, as long as you tell me which order you're doing it in.
Okay, so I'm doing cheapest
Yeah.
as shopping. Do you
Okay.
want my amount?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Then I'm going cigs and then I'm going petrol.
Okay.
So the order you said it out is what I think is cheapest to most expensive.
Okay.
Well, least
Right.
to most.
Okay. Thank you. Right.
So I'm going.
Mr. Wayne.
Is it my turn now?
No.
Can I speak?
Yes. Not anymore. Your time's up.
So lowest to highest, petrol, shops, cigs.
Petrol, shops, cigs. Yeah.
Yes. So petrol the lowest, shopping second, cigs you had the most of.
Okay. You are both wrong.
Have either of us got any of them in the right order?
I do not believe so, no.
I mean, like in the
No.
right place.
I do not believe you have, no.
So go on then. What's the cheapest? Your cheapest?
We'll do amounts in a second as well, unless you want me to just reveal my amounts and you tell me what you've
Dog
got.
shit.
No.
Tell-
What was your cheapest?
Right.
That's the
Well,
So
order.
your
lowest
cheapest
number-
thing was at.
The lowest number
Yeah.
was the number of cigarettes I've smoked this week.
Okay.
They-
Lie.
Huh?
Carry on.
I promise you, I've kept some
How
record of
many?
this just for this. 37.
Ooh, I put 48.
I'll put 70.
For me. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, to be fair, that's absolutely fair.
So I was closer.
Yep.
Still wrong though.
Second was the value of petrol I put in my car on Wednesday,
So I got that wrong.
which was bang on £40. Well, rounded, it was £40 and 2p, but yeah, £40.
I put 80.
Oh,
I wrote 40.
hey, well done you. Nice,
Bang
all right.
on.
Nice. And obviously the highest now would be the value of my shopping to the nearest pound for this week so far. 42.
I put
Yes.
48.
Oh, so
I
close.
put 45.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you won
Yeah.
because you got two closest.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
we did.
Thanks for your confusing fucking game.
All
But
right.
I think it morphed a few times. Anyway,
Yeah, right.
I was like, am I following the same thing?
what was
Right.
so was that the game?
That was one of the games. It didn't quite land. So
No worries.
yeah, it happens.
What's the
you know.
next game?
Stayed
Right.
in.
Second one is in a similarish sort of vein to the footballer gameplay last week. This is just simply a true or false one, right?
Okay.
One of these statements is false. The other three are true, right? And obviously, you just tell me which one you think is false.
False.
Haha. So, to lift an average-sized human being off the ground, it would take approximately 5,000 balloons.
Okay.
Right.
Filled with what? Standard
I'm
helium.
assuming helium.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah.
It matters.
Dogs can be left or right pawed.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Yeah.
have we had to answer the first one yet?
No,
No,
no.
Oh, we're
you
just
got
we're
something
picking
which one?
out the false statement.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right.
Sorry. My
Okay,
bad.
that's all right. The best-selling album of all time was by the Beatles. And lastly,
What was for?
the lighter was invented before matches.
That one's false.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
going to say the lighter one's false.
Unless,
My dog does have a dominant paw, so I know that one's true.
actually, no, I think that one might be true. The matches one. I'm going to say
I mean, do you count a flint and steel as a lighter?
yes, I would.
Oh,
Or
good
they
thinking,
at
yeah.
least had like table lighters, like oil lighters
Mm.
on the tables. I think it's possible that they could have done that because that's basically the flint and
Yeah.
stone. Before they figured out how to stick sulfur to the end of a piece of wood and then have something to strike it on.
Yeah, you haven't got bad technology. You can't do that in your own home.
I'm gonna say the Beatles is the false one.
Okay,
You say they've got the best selling album of all time
that's what I'm
right
saying.
now, today.
As of
So I
when
do think that's bullshit, because I think it's...
I looked at this question thing, yes.
I think it's like Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift
Mm.
or Adele. I think it might be
No, I
Adele.
think it's for like Queen's Greatest Hits.
Ooh. So, yeah.
Certainly not greatest hits free. I fucking hate
Basing
that
it
album.
on that logic, I would say the Beatles is the false statement.
So
Okay.
even though I kind of know that... Oh, no, because I don't know, I am doubting myself now. I'm going to stick with my original answer.
Okay. Sorry, just remind me, your answer was
The
the
lighter,
lighter.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lighter.
The winner is Mr. Wayne. You're almost correct with your choice. Best-selling album of all time, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Ah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mm.
So,
Cool
yeah,
beans.
there's that one.
I win.
Tell you what, do you want to bust open a French Francis? I think you'd both heard one if anyone wants one.
After this one, because there's one
Yeah.
more thing.
There
Lee's not
is.
that one.
We're on the money round.
There's not one yet.
Okay, right, money round then. Money round. So,
You need to earn that fancy.
you know how you get those sort of competitions where someone will give you a subject, like, I don't know, time, and then one will say, oh, clock, watch,
It's a word association.
yeah,
Right.
second, minute, hour, whatever,
Word
stuff like that, yeah?
association game, yeah?
Yeah. Well, seeing as a very common theme in this podcast is poop, I would
Okay.
like you two to do exactly that, but in regards for poop. Right, as many synonyms for poop, is that the right term? Synonyms?
Maybe.
Why not? Tell us in the comments.
So we're thinking of different ways you can say poop.
Pretty much, yes.
Or anything poop related. Words
Synonyms for
associated
poop
with
itself.
So just poo.
So words for poop.
Yeah. In
yeah.
different ways you can say poop.
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay.
Would you like to know what the prize is now, or would you like to find out upon your victory?
Let's find out on the victory.
Yes.
Okay, let me just get my wallet ready, man.
Ooh.
Carry on. Right. Who wants to go first? Do you want
Flip that coin.
to... Okay.
I think I got a coin.
So I've got an app for that.
Or use an actual coin.
He's got a coin.
It's in my hand.
Too late. Heads or tails, mate? Yeah. Go on, if you got
Well,
a coin.
Wayne's winning, so you get to choose first.
Good shout.
Okay, I'll choose heads.
Okay.
I'm always heads.
I've got tails, never fails.
Right. Heads. So you start.
Can we is poop out of the question?
No, you can start with that, or you can save it for later.
poop.
Poo.
Shit.
Crap.
Turds.
Dookie.
Squits.
Shizer.
Diarrhea.
Skid marks.
The runs.
Pebble dash.
Dingleberries.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Oh shit! I got stuck. Oh, do I have time to do it?
Until I decide you don't anymore.
Logs.
Giving birth to a baby otter.
Turtling.
Prairie dogging.
Mr. Whippy.
Upper decker.
Chocolate log.
Pause. I'm going to start a 10-second timer now for pauses.
Okay.
Right, carry on.
Clag nuts.
That's a great one. I love that. Sorry, I do. So I'm still trying to work
Nuggets.
out the timer. There we go. Time's going.
Shit. Crap.
Cack.
You good?
Caca.
Poopy.
Deuce.
Poo-poo.
You good? Sorry.
Yeah.
About 10 seconds.
I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Fucking
that was a
clean
good
sweep.
battle.
That was a battle.
That was a very good
Yeah.
battle. I should have started that time thing a little bit earlier on those. I do apologise on that for that.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was a good battle, guys. I'll give you that. That's pretty decent.
I'll check the timing on it later on
Just thought of one.
when I come to edit, and then if it turns out I took over 10 seconds on that first pause, then I'll hand the prize back to the rightful winner.
Okay. Or you can donate it to a charity of least choice. Or that's later for their money.
The Buy Lee Cool Shit Foundation.
That's well, your prize, Mr. Waynor, is a not so crisp, but still very stiff £5 note. Well done, you.
Thanks, man.
It's not technically my money. Basically, on the way over here tonight, I found £5 on the floor.
Did you?
Yeah, so I thought I'd just donate it to the game.
Thanks,
Very
man.
nice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There is.
Oh, the stakes. That was intense.
That was intense.
The one I thought of after was fudge.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
My
Hindsight.
one was brown snake.
Yeah. Chocolate River. It's all coming back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chocolate
Oh.
River. Nice.
That was a good one.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Have you ever done a poop like this? Strange things happen when you give your nips a twist.
Would you like to know a slightly amusing football thing about the Italian national football team? It's not actually football related in a sense. But basically, if you look at the Italian national football team of any decade almost, nearly every single one of them, if you put chicken in front of their surnames, it sounds like an Italian pasta dish.
That's racist. That's very racist. Kept bringing out the racism once
Oh,
again.
fuck, he's recording.
Of course I'm recording your fucking racism.
No, I don't think it's actually racist. I think it's just slightly amusing. I don't think it's racist. I'm not directly attacking people or anything like that. It's,
Super Mario as well.
well, no, but let me
Most
give you
racists don't think they're racist.
let me give you an example. Like for example, I promise you, these are all actual Italian football player names. It was like Mario Balotelli.
Let me just compound my racism with these few racist
No.
names.
No, so Mario Balotelli, so it'd be Chicken Balotelli, or you've got Alessandro Nesta, Chicken Nesta, Chicken Perlo, Chicken. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. Chicken Cameronese, Chicken Maldini. There's just loads of them in it. It just actually works. I thought that was quite amusing. I don't think that's racist. I hope it's not racist. If it is, I apologise. Okay. I do apologise on that. But still,
You're going to get us cancelled, Camp.
as if we've not been cancelled already. What's even better is your name's the only one on a copyright for this, so it's you will get done. We're your guests and you failed to control
As
this.
you said earlier, this is your podcast.
Yeah. There's actual recordings of that.
Oh, yeah, that I can edit.
Yeah, you don't know what I've recorded on my phone.
You're recording shit. Hurry up, benders.
I'm ready. Ready now.
Yeah,
Fucking eating cakes at this time of night.
Eating fondant fancies.
20 to 1.
I've never looked at the time yet. I like it to be
Fucking
more of a
late.
surprise.
Really late.
It's late. Have you rather, would you never? Or
Yeah.
ever? Have you ever had sex whilst more than 2 people were in the room?
Yes, I don't want to go into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't think I have.
You don't think you have?
Does a park count as a room?
In a bigger conventional sense of it, yes.
In the vicinity of other people.
Yeah.
Should we say within 4 meters of someone? Would that be a fair
I can't quite.
assessment?
More than 2 in an actual room, maybe. I can't quite remember. I've had a long relationship with my partner. We've done many things. I can't imagine that's probably not on one of them. You know, like...
Subscribe to Patreon to find out more.
Yeah, I'll have to wrap my brain a bit on that one. I want to say yes, drunken party messiness. But not like in a weird orgy sex thing or like...
No.
But, you know, like a few people have passed out and...
Or like a sneaky bang.
Yeah. It was... Yeah, but never in like a weird kinky way.
What about you then, Kemp? What's yours?
Can I just quickly say Sneaky Bang is a great name for a band.
That's pretty good.
Now, out of respect for both myself and the people involved, no, I'm not going to go into this one. But
You have to. It's the cards.
Oh, okay, no. Just edit that bit together for.
All right, then.
What was your answer? Yours was
Yeah,
no.
good point.
I can't remember if I have or not.
Yeah, I can't quite remember.
I
probably
no
have.
idea. I might have done.
I said definitely have on the park when there was people like just a bit further down, and like when I say people, I mean like our entire friend circle.
Oh, yeah, I have.
So there was like 20 people on a skate park, and we were on a bench.
This isn't an admission,
Nice.
but how about like if there's a wank, it's a wank and there's 3 people in the room or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never wanked. While
In your
other
life,
people were
ever?
around. Never when other people were around. That's my me time.
I'd
Fair enough.
like to clarify it wasn't a kinky thing either.
Yeah, but
It was just I was drunk and couldn't sleep.
You were
Everyone
just-
else was proper spa code, and I'm like,
no one looked at each other.
sometimes rubbing one out just helps you go to sleep, doesn't it?
Or make you
it
work.
does. So I was like, I'm just gonna have a little cheeky one. Turned away so no one could see. If anyone know, woke up and saw me, they might just thought I was having a seizure or something. But they wouldn't see me with my fucking dick out. It didn't help me sleep. Just to clarify.
Just told you want more.
Anyway, that was weird. Continue.
Have you ever tasted breast milk?
Yes, it's very sweet.
I've not.
No.
Even though 2 bambinos. I was curious,
Yeah.
but it was the starter juice, the colostrum.
Oh, that shit's thick.
Yeah, I didn't want to taste that.
Isn't that a member of Rammstein?
No,
Colostrum.
newborn
Probably.
baby milk.
Or at least the name of the song.
Yeah.
It looked nasty.
Yeah.
I didn't want it.
My thought pattern was like, this probably won't happen again. Why not? I didn't sit there and neck it, but like I dipped a finger in like a bottle. I don't know. It's really sweet. Then,
Yeah.
So that was that. I can go one more, but
Well, you were sucking on your mum's titties last week.
no, not mum's titties. Oh, I've got to say it now, haven't I? Yeah. So it's weird because it's kind of a little bit dharma-y.
Right?
So when the baby's born, it comes out with a placenta, which is a big slab of meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's packed full of nutrients and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we took that home because we read that actually it's really good for you. Fucking dehydrated it, so it was like jerky, and ground it up into pills.
Right.
I might have had a little nibble while it was jerky, because when the fuck are you ever going to eat human meat without going full dharma?
Yeah, fair point.
Ah. What was it like?
Didn't taste like much. Yeah, honestly, it
Did you not
was
salt it?
I don't know if I'm comfortable
No.
with the term human meat.
Technically, it is. It's literally
It
just
is,
a
I
big
know, but-
slab of meat. Like,
Just feels uncomfortable to say.
it's very much. It's a bit like steak. It's weird. Carving up some fucking human meat.
Cray cray.
Yeah, but you know, when are you ever going to do that again
No, that's fair. Yeah, I'll do that.
without going full dharma? You know. Like,
It's quite common in most cultures nowadays, I find.
yeah.
I would say too.
I think it's a bit kind of pseudoscience. I don't know how much legitimate research has been done on it, but apparently on all the websites, they're because you grind it up into powder, then you put it in capsules, and you basically pop it like a vitamin pill.
Yeah. Oh.
But while it's jerky, like literally just a tiny nibble, just
Why not? Meat's meat.
Yeah.
He cooked it.
Nibble skin around the
No
fingernails.
laws were broken.
Yeah.
Have you ever lied about who you were?
Who I was?
Yeah.
When I recall.
I have jokingly a few times.
Yeah, probably jokingly.
Yeah, kind of. There's not really a huge amount of story in it.
Yeah, I don't think I have, unfortunately. I would remember.
As a joke.
Yeah. I do remember when I first ever signed up for a co-op card, you get to choose your title, like, you know, Mr., Miss, Reverend, all this, that and the other. And I got sent out to me my co-op card with Lieutenant Commander Lee Kempin on it. Yeah, I was very pleased at that. Although apparently that is actually offence. Because
impersonating an officer.
Yeah. I did used to do this thing when I worked at Boots. I used to, like, if someone left their name tag, I'd swap it and put that on.
Nice.
Which, it was a little bit funny when I was the only male. So I'd be walking around with an Emily badge and all the customers look at me like, what the fuck is this guy? But when it was the male staff, when I moved to different style male staff, that was quite fun. So I'd be like, you know, have practice manager Sam, pretend to be the manager for a bit.
Yeah.
That was a laugh.
I know someone who became a manager at slightly young age. I say young age, maybe just turned 30. He was once getting chewed out by a customer who wanted to return something that we were within our rights to say no, basically. And he says, that's it. I want to speak to a manager. And this guy goes, I have a manager. He says, oh, no, you're not. You're just an insolent boy or whatever. Go get me a manager. So he does no more because
1700s.
Oh, no, that's just what this guy
Listen
was like.
here,
He was,
Sonny.
You insolent boy.
No, this guy was just a complete Tory. Sorry. We promised not to get political, but yeah, they said all that. So this guy's side goes, walks off to the office, sits down, stands back up, walks back out to the counter, just bum, 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 bum. Yes, sir. How can I help? And bloke goes, like, almost like Brian Blessed or whatever, and just gets his pig and just storms off. Basically, it was quite pleasing to see.
Cool.
And yeah, he was a legit manager as well. So yeah, it was quite amusing.
Would you rather
Go on.
run at 100 miles per hour or be able to fly at 10 miles per hour?
Ooh. Ooh.
I'd pick flight.
I'd pick flight. 10 miles an hour is not too bad.
Yeah.
It'd take a long
Bit of a
time
jog,
before to go
innit?
anywhere though.
It would, but it'd be cool because like you wouldn't get achy legs.
Yeah.
Would you do that thing where you fly up just really high so that like the time sort of thing is different a little bit? So you'd still
You'd be travelling further.
yeah, sorry. But you'd be really fucking
No,
high
you
up,
cover
so you'd
more
have less
distance.
oxygen and
You're on about where you kind of go against the Earth spin.
oh
So when
yeah,
you go higher,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
travelling at a certain speed, but because of the distance, the globe's moving further.
Yes.
It's all about perspective or some shit.
Yeah.
Physics.
Yeah, science and that.
But yeah, like obviously with the speed, like you'd get places faster. But say if you wanted to go to like the next city, you still got to run for like 40
You'd be
minutes.
knackered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be knackered, and then you got to increase your calorie intake, as we've all learned from the Flash.
yeah.
Exactly.
And what if you A-trained someone? Would you be able to withstand that trauma if that happened 5-6 times a week while you got used to your
I
powers?
mean, that'd fuck you up as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough when people jumping on trains and shit like that in the underground or whatever. I mean, you know, but doing that like A-train in the boys, boom, picking bits of face off you.
Would you rather accidentally send a dirty text to your boss or accidentally send a sexy voicemail to your mum?
Oh, boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, boss.
So I think we'd just laugh it off with my boss.
Yeah.
They're pretty sound.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat through your ass or shit through your mouth?
Eat through my ass.
Yeah, probably. Do I have taste buds in either?
Surely that goes hand in hand.
In fact,
You're
yeah.
gonna eat through your ass, you're gonna shit out your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got taste buds in your ass, then you're going to taste your shit coming out. So it's kind of lose-lose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine being. Oh no, I'm not going to go with that.
You weren't about if you got bummed.
No, I was just thinking about imagine it coming back up your throat.
Ugh.
Ooh.
And if it gets stuck, if you're a bit constipated and it gets stuck in your throat.
Yeah, but at least when it goes down, it's like chewed into smaller pieces. But coming back up, it'll just be like a dick coming back at your throat or something. I don't know. That's the first thing it
Would
came to
you
mind.
rather have sex with a dog
Really?
or have everyone think you had sex with a dog even though you didn't?
Oh god.
Oh,
No, I think I'm going to use my veto on this one.
Can't. There's no veto.
We agreed last week you can have one veto.
yeah.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
Have everyone think I had sex with a dog.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think.
just a reputation.
I mean,
Yeah, I know I didn't.
when we were at school, we knew of someone that the rumour that everyone knew was that he had sex with this 3-legged cat.
That's rather specific.
Yeah. 'Cause he had a cat that had 3 legs, and naturally, like, he bums it.
Obviously.
Naturally, yeah.
I mean, 4 legs, fuck off, but
Yeah.
3, get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
That's
over it
just
now.
silly for
And obviously,
legs.
as an adult, you're like, obviously, that's just such bullshit. No one ever, like, clarified it. It was literally, they seen that this guy had a 3-legged cat, so they were like, a 3-legged cat clearly bums it.
Makes a lot of sense,
You know,
yeah.
as you do when you're, like, 14.
Most logical step.
So, yeah, I think, I mean, it did, like, proper ruin him. He had a horrible time at school because everyone said he bummed his cat. Had 3 legs. So I'm like, oh.
School shit anyway. After that,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
Find people that don't think you bum cats.
Oh,
So, yeah, Cam, what would you do? Are you still vetoing?
I'll veto that, yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm leaning more towards not doing it and have everyone think. Because I'm an adult now. I don't particularly care what people think of me. Because I was thinking back to, as I said, that lad that everyone said he bummed his cat. Like, obviously, we were 14, so your image is everything, isn't it? You really care what
Yeah.
everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Even you could say you don't, but you
Yeah.
do. Like, you do care. I'm like, that proper ruined him. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think I'd give a shit because I don't particularly care like, what people think. I'm really not bothered anymore.
I'd rather know that I haven't done it myself
Yeah.
than have everyone else think that I did.
Yeah, if I did have to give an answer, yeah, I'd probably say that.
Some of these are so shit.
That's
I
all
just wanna
right.
Go to the bottom of the pile.
Try one of the others, man.
Do you want my have you ever that I'll come up with?
All gone.
So I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
to talk at the mic then. So as I was talking about my meeting with Rachel Riley on the train,
Oh, yes.
I remembered another celebrity I met. So my have you ever is, have you ever met a celebrity and been completely starstruck?
I've never been starstruck. I've met a couple of celebrities.
Yeah, I think I've met like 2. I have got a story about someone else meeting a celebrity and it really fucked me off.
Yeah, I've met a few, but there's one that really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
And I was a bit like, even I don't know why I was so starstruck. When I worked at Boots in the city centre, we had the Curve opposite,
Yeah.
and there was a performance there that had a celebrity in it. Well, quite minor now, thinking about it. But basically, Brian Connolly walked into my store
Nice.
asking if we sold glasses that had just like plain lenses in. We didn't, which was really annoying, but I was completely starstruck.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, that's fucking Brian Connolly. And like he talks like he does on the telly, so it's like that proper distinctive voice. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, wow. I was fucking completely just like looking at this guy, just like gobsmacked, like, oh. And he was like, oh, do you do the glasses that have just plain lenses in? And I was just like, oh. He was like, oh, I'm doing a play, and you know, I think it would go well with my character. He's like, I'm doing a play over the road, and I was like, cool. I was like, I can have a look for you, but they all have like the sign on. And it was like, oh, okay. He's like, don't worry about it then. Thanks for helping. And then he walked out, and I was just like, that was Brian Connor. But I used to love him when I was a kid, and I think that's probably it. But even then, I'm like, I only really remember like 2 sketches.
Yeah.
The one with the
Dangerous
puppet.
Brian.
Oh, right, 3. Dangerous Brian, the bit with the puppet. It's a puppet.
Yeah.
And then Septic Peg.
I
I used to love Septic Peg.
Dangerous Brian was my favourite there.
Yeah.
But yeah, completely starstruck. But yeah, I've met like the guys from Kasabian. They're actually really sound. I've met loads of football players.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
met Tom from Kasabian.
Yeah, I've met him a
I
few
was just
times.
walking through town.
Met the Gladiators back in the day.
Nice.
I met
Like
Gary Lineker. He was a cock.
Yeah, met Carolina Carr.
He's a cock.
Steve Walsh was a dick. Local football legend.
Yeah.
massive bell end. He wanted us to proper bend over for him. I was like, no.
Literally.
Yeah. I met one of the presenters from Antiques Roadshow. He used to be a customer. Really nice guy. His wife, though, fucking absolute dickhead. She was an absolute dragon. It was a nightmare when she come in. When he was in, he was absolutely lovely. Like, so nice. And he got recognised a few times because, older people and all that. Yeah. And there was a QVC presenter as well that come in a few times, which was quite funny.
Have you met anyone, Cam?
No.
Who's your two? You said you met two.
Oh, I think there's been two. One, I suppose this one maybe a little bit, but I don't think it really counts because I was something like, I don't know, 7, maybe 8. And Martin Johnson, before we won the World Cup with England.
He's a rugby guy, isn't
he? Yeah. He's got hands about as big as your head. They'll fucking gargantuan.
He does look like a giant of a man.
Yeah.
I met him and the whole Tigers team when they won the championship, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was serving at the Walker Stadium and they had their function there.
Yeah.
And, carrying the cup and all that kind of business.
Yeah.
So they went to the football stadium to celebrate their rugby win.
Yeah, the football stadium had a bigger hall.
Yeah.
It's the largest conference they'd done up to that point. Like shindig.
The other one was Amber Benson, who played Dawn on Buffy. When we were still the previous company, but got integrated as well right now, she came to do like a signing. And it got quite a bit of interest, to be fair, with papers were there and stuff like that. I don't think we got names, faces in the papers, but the shop did. And yeah, it was really cool. And one of them was quite into video stuff at the time. Like Jackass had just come out, they were doing that sort of stuff. He got her to record a few swear words, but with her American accent, going back to the swear word theme we were on about earlier. He's saying, "Oh, can you just do me a favour, just say a couple of these words?" She's like, "Yeah, okay." And I said, "Oh, can you say cunt?" And she did, but obviously with the accents, and it was quite amusing and a little bit cute. But yeah, that was the other one. The other little story I've got, though, I do remember at one point I'd done something daft like 2 weeks straight. This was, again, in those days. I don't know, I think it was when we got took over. But yeah, I'd done something daft like two weeks straight at work. I was absolutely shattered. And then my first day off, it was like a random Tuesday. And who should come in the shop but Vic Reeves?
Oh, no.
Right, yeah. And Mitch just sends a thing to the group saying, "Oh, guess who's just been in?" Send. I was like, what the actual fuck? It was like, he's one of my comedy heroes, basically. And
he's a legend.
Yeah, I just could not believe it'd been like that. Yeah.
And you missed him.
Yeah. But I'd worked 2 weeks straight as well, so I was like, I needed a day off, and it just happened to be the day with fucking Vic Reeves walking to my shop. Or Jim Moore, was it Jim Moore? Is to give me his real name. Yeah.
Would you rather be double your weight or half your height?
Half my height.
Half my height, because that'd be hilarious. It'd be like Mike Wazowski.
You both off the bat were like half your height. They can't be double the weight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be that short.
Yeah, but you're not as big as us. So.
Yeah, we're portly gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that much if you doubled your weight.
Man,
It'd be quite a bit.
I'm like 16 stone.
I've also got quite a bit of muscle underneath all this.
Yeah, also, yes.
Yes, Cal.
And I had a lot of meal.
Kept shredded under all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Math.
Just for the confidence vote.
Well, no worries, man.
Yeah. Like I say, I've got abs in here somewhere.
Have you ever showered with the opposite sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Next question.
There's not even any story to that, is there?
Nah,
Have
we all
you
know what's
ever
happening around us.
watched another couple getting it on?
Not intentionally in that sense. I've walked past like a row of houses or whatever, and someone had left the light on, not done a curtain, and I've just glanced and said, "Oh, hey up, all right." But I've not lingered about like a pervert.
You just finished in 3 seconds and off you went.
Yeah, I just put my phone on. I put my phone on the lawn, like pointing at it, so it'd be a little less noticeable. And then I just came back and picked it up 5 minutes later. Yeah.
I saw a guy get a blowjob on a sofa next to 2 other dudes at a party.
Nice.
It was weird.
Have I?
I've seen several people get it on. Which is,
On the internet.
no, weirdly enough, our house parties were pretty wild. People hook up all the time. Never with me, though. Which was annoying. But anyways, yeah, so I've seen even seen two ladies get it on as well. That was pretty cool.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was one where you take a step back, do a double take. You're like, nice. And then carry on. Go about your day. But literally, like the other week, I told you guys when I got home after it, I think it was recording the first or second episode, and pulled up, and then I could see my neighbour getting a back blown out over a kitchen sink.
You got to watch as well.
I did take a second. I was like, hey, shagging. And then I carried on walking to my door. Then I was like, yeah, they're shagging. Then I got in, and I was like, did I really just see that? Because it's just really random. So I stuck my head out the window again. I'm like, yeah, they're shagging. There she was noshing him off.
Did you have a little smile to yourself as you go? Nice.
Yeah. We were all good at the time to see her every day, isn't it?
No, because she doesn't know.
She doesn't. Well, I mean,
that makes it
we didn't make eye contact, but she was the window was looking out to where I was walking, so they would have seen me roll up and get out of my car. The doors are pretty loud from the slabs. Either they were too into it and didn't notice, or they did.
They were like, let's keep going.
Yeah, they were like, carry on. I don't know. Several times.
Fair enough. America, fuck yeah! We had some Yanks about the motherfucking country! Right, so we have a new segment this week, boyos. This segment is Ask a Yank. We pose questions to Americans, actual Americans that live in America. A couple of dudes called Doc and Mex they host the Hoof-Hearted podcast over in California. So yeah, they've posed us some questions. So we answered some questions for them that you can hear over on their podcast of misconceptions that they might have, stereotypes as Brits that they liked answering. And we posed the same to them. So questions that we think might be true, or why they are true, or if they're totally not true.
Well, just general queries.
Yeah, just to see what it's like over there.
Across the pond.
Our question to the boys this week was, who do you think is the greatest ever American, living or dead? So, who do you think is the greatest American, living or dead?
Who is number one?
Number one greatest American of all time, living or indeed dead.
It's not exactly with goats, is it? It's with Gayot. I can't even pronounce it.
You're
G-A-O-A-T.
Gay yacht.
I don't know. It's a heavy question because, I mean, what is an American, really? Right? Like, do they have to be born here? Because I don't think that's necessarily the case.
No, you just gotta, I think
it's just...
say, legally, come here legally, but also just fulfill and love, how you thought it would be. I don't know. I'm coming from that at I'm trying to, at least from almost an immigrant's perspective.
Yeah.
Because it's just if someone's actually leaving somewhere that's worse and they get to America and they maybe it's not exactly how they dreamt, but it's better than their last experience.
Yeah.
As long as they have a love for how it's help them, or maybe they're doing better. Man, if they come here and they're homeless, then I could see why they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they're actually because I've known a few immigrants where they brought people over, or actually my friend's immigrant father ended up bringing all of his kids over and nieces and nephews, and most of them are doctors or nurses, and then liquor store owners. So there's that too. So I mean, at least they're coming over here and doing better for themselves, I guess. So I'd even say that makes them a good American.
Yeah.
I
think my criteria is, their great accomplishment happened while they were in America and that had been living in America for a while.
Okay.
And then also, too, like, okay, so what, are you going to pick somebody who just benefited America, or are you going to pick somebody that just was fucking awesome? Because, I mean, you could go, oh, George W. Bush. No, you could go George Washington. I know you were fucking around with that. You could say George Washington, but I don't know. Do you have somebody that you think is the greatest American ever?
Because when I read it, the only things that I thought of was jokingly George W. Bush or Johnny Cash, and I don't know why Johnny Cash, but it's just like when I picture Johnny Cash, it's like a cowboy in a nice suit, just singing country,
Okay.
or like rock country.
Yeah.
So I guess someone like that. So even in that, if we put him in the right suit, damn it, I just lost his name. Who is the Johnny Cash spoof movie, the Dewey?
Oh.
Yeah. You know who I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
All-American hero.
John C. Reilly is, in your opinion, the greatest American that ever lived.
Either him or Will Ferrell. Now I'm thinking about it. Like,
Okay. If you come up with something different,
Bert Kreischer.
the Machine, dude. Have you seen the trailer for his movie?
I have. That's why I was thinking like shit. Someone that went fuck shit up and came back a hero. Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer, the Machine. No, I'm gonna say it's such a hard question though, but I'm gonna say Nikola Tesla. And the reason why it was hard for me to come to that conclusion is because, you know, he wasn't born here. But I did check, and he actually was an American citizen. So I'm like, okay, all right. To me, that should count. And I know that he lived in America when his, when all of his inventions were patented and when he was figuring out all of his discoveries. So really, I would think Nikola Tesla. To me, like, I think that he is, I don't think that he's like the unrecognized genius anymore, like he was for a long time. Everybody would always go, oh, Thomas Edison, he invented the light bulb, when he didn't invent the light bulb. And, and then I know that Edison and Tesla had a battle over the, electrical current. But I think that the things that Tesla invented and allegedly invented, and just the way his mind was, like, I think people are still talking about his inventions today, and the ones that weren't even being used, and then they're trying to modify the inventions that he made and try to make better inventions now because of those things that he created or that he thought of. And all of his papers have gone missing. Like, everything that he worked on, his patents are all, like, being held somewhere, probably in the fucking Smithsonian for nobody to be able to see. But I do know that there are some papers that he has that were written. I think they're on display in a museum somewhere. I can't remember where. I saw it some video on YouTube. But to me, I would say Nikola Tesla.
All right.
Yeah. To the point that they named a fucking car company after him, So yeah, he was a fucking genius, man. And I think that there are many secrets to that man that will never be known. Do you have another great American other than John C. Reilly that you could think of?
The other guy, Tropic Thunder. He likes explosion. Just thinking of stupid fucking actors. You know who I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Fuck, dude.
From Westbound and Down?
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down?
Yeah, it's Eastbound and Down.
Damn.
God, what is his name?
Yeah.
No, I forgot his fucking name.
Danny McBride.
Yes, Danny McBride. I always wanted to see him do
I'm okay with that one. I'm okay with that choice.
You're okay with Danny McBride as your choice as the greatest American ever? All right. I mean...
Tell me you're not. Tell me you're not.
I mean, he's cool, but...
Look at that hair.
The mullet, the curly, the permed out mullet.
Yeah.
I mean, that is pretty American right there. So,
and what the fuck has he ever done to anyone? You don't hear controversy about Danny McBride.
I don't know, man. In that movie, This Is the End.
Yeah, but that's that's in like the emergency of an apocalypse. I don't blame him.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's what I would do if I didn't get raptured. I'm
Yeah.
taking advantage of Channing Tatum.
there you go. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Ah. Cray cray.
Yes.
Mmm.
I just read it on Reddit, mate.
What were Osama bin Laden's favourite trainers? Jihadidas. Really offensive. I'd
That's
probably
fucking
rather
brilliant, though.
Yeah.
It's so offensive. I apologise on behalf of the entire podcast if that's offended anyone. But
Yeah,
oh my
same
god, that's
here,
funny.
same here.
That was brilliant.
That is funny.
No apologies here. That was brilliant. Well played, Cam.
I'll change my name in there.
I go to church every Sunday like a good Christian. When the congregation says amen, I say gay men. It's childish and I might also go to hell for it.
I like it.
I've got two more.
Oh, so childish.
I should have
so
ended
right.
on that one because the other two aren't as good as that one, but I'll still do it anyway. So I had to start wearing my Apple Watch on the other wrist because my girlfriend got suspicious when I hit my move goal every time I went to the toilet.
Every time.
Yeah, that guy must jerk it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the last one,
Take 45-minute pisses.
my spreadsheet of wanks and sexual conquests go back 40 years to when I was 17. I transferred it all to Excel a few years back and colour-coded everything. It's a work of art.
Amazing. Crazy.
And that is, I tore it on Twitter.
So, these are things that I read on Reddit. Apparently, when I was very little, I went to my grandparents' house and pooped behind one of the curtains. When confronted, I blamed it on the dog. They didn't have a dog.
Freaking idiot.
This morning, my daughter pooped on both my kneecaps. I didn't expect it to happen again. My wife was not helpful. She went for the camera instead of helping.
Jesus.
I mean, I think the key thing there is there's already a story how he said, I didn't think it would happen again.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
yeah,
happened before. And on the kneecaps. How specific.
Kneecaps. The comment is, how do you get poop on both your kneecaps? Someone's replied, one long dookie across the lap. Duh.
Fucking dog poop mafia.
As a kid, I totally thought my mum was growing chocolate in the yard on Easter. Eager me decided to eat it. It was dog shit.
Oh. I thought you were going to say it's like one of them bull rush things or whatever they're called. I once picked up what I thought was a little stone to just casually just chuck it like a wall or something like
You
that.
fucking hooligan.
Yeah, I know. I was about maybe 12 or 13, something like that. It was just, it was like a
You're a
disused-
madman.
No, but like up there from where we used to catch a bus in the mornings near my house to go to school, there was a load of like disused garages and stuff like that. And it was just very casual, just to chuck a stone down there. There's nothing down there at all. Like, all the garages are empty and half of them probably burnt down. But
Because you were chucking shit out of them.
probably no, we haven't been used for like maybe 10, 15 years before I was born. And yeah, I remember picking up this little stone just to chuck down it, and it turned out to be just a little lump of white dried like cat shit or something like that. That's the thing as well. You don't see that anymore, do you? You don't see
Did
like
you still
fucking.
throw it at the garage?
Oh, no, as soon as I picked it, I was like, as soon as I picked it up, I was like, oh fuck, and just dropped it. You know, it was like, oh, it was well grim. Yeah, just wiped me hand on some grass nearby. Yeah.
I've never met anyone less aware of their environment than you.
It seriously looked like just a little tiny stone sort of thing. You know.
You took shit so many times.
Have I?
Yeah, you touched Ben's long ones. When I made the poop contraption.
Right. That's a story for another time, but...
Is it? It's kind of similar.
Go on then.
So basically, many years ago...
What's the poop contraption?
Oh, you've not heard this?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Many years
It's
ago.
fascinating.
Yeah, brace yourself.
I used to prank Kemp quite a lot back in the early days, and one time we lived in a house in New Parks that he shared with a few other people, one of them being our mutual friend Ben, the Benny Beef.
Shout out to Beef.
And Kemp lived, his room was what was originally a dining room in this shared house. So he had like a bay door that opened out into the garden.
Yeah.
And what we did was I got my mate Ben to shit on some cling film and I wrapped up the log and thought, how can we get Kemp with this log? So we tried like lodging it in his light, so it got hot.
Oh no!
And, like, it made a stink. But then we thought, if it melts, it's gonna be like the light, like on the ceiling light, so it would have like melted and dripped liquid shit and cling film all over his bed.
That's a step too far, isn't it?
Yeah, that's too much. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're already pushing boundaries with wrapping up a log for him to find.
So I devised a poop contraption where I tied a piece of string to said poop, and through an improvised system of pulleys, because directly above Kemp's room was another bedroom, but then slightly off to the right as you walk out the house was the bathroom. So I wasn't going to go into this other person's bedroom to tie the poop off. So I tied it off.
That would be rude.
Yeah, I'm not going to invade people's privacy unless it's Kemp's. And so I tied off the poop in the bathroom and then wrapped it round like some other shit and like got it to sort of be just to one edge of his door.
It was like stoner engineering. It was very good. I'll give you that. It was very good.
And then I got the poop and I opened his sliding door and wedged the poop between the door and the door frame, and it was at eye level. So the idea was that I'd get Kemp to open the door, and as he opened the door, the poop would swing past his face, causing hilarity. And so Kemp gets home from work.
Had a really bad day today. I just want to get in and chill.
And like, so I was in Kemp's room with him. I was like, how's it going, man? I was like, just crack the window. Like, fucking, it's well stuffy in here. So he cracks the window. This poop swings past his face. And he just looks at it all puzzled. And he's like, what's that? Because it's obviously wrapped in cling film, so it's not immediately noticeable that it's a turd swinging past his eyes. And so he grabbed it and like stopped it from swinging because it was a pendulum, a poo pendulum. He grabbed it. He's like, "Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not, is it? Oh, for fuck's sake!" Like Ben was rolling on the floor crying.
Was it still
so
warm?
Funny. It was like, "Mate, get rid of it, please."
Yeah, I've literally just walked in from work and also I've got some fucking turd in a bag.
So I walked up to it, sprayed it with deodorant and lit it on fire. He comes like, "Mate, what the fuck are you doing?"
It's literally in my fucking bedroom.
It's just now it's got this fiery poo pendulum.
About literally like 3 minutes ago, we were saying, "Oh, if it catches fire or melts, that's a step too far." Now you're like, "Oh, fucking
It's actively
fire!"
laying on
It's on
fire.
fire. Fuck it. Yeah, but with how it was swinging, it was slightly outside the door, so it was
It was,
landed on
to
the
be fair,
concrete
yeah.
anyway. So no fire hazard there.
Yeah, but now whenever it cracks a window, it's going to have hot shit fucking flowing into the room.
Hot turd. Again, another good pan name.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, good times.
I remember the days, weren't they? Yeah.
There's other times, but there are other stories for other times.
Yeah.
So, I'm sat on the throne, and it has become obvious that I'm about to drop what feels like a house brick into the pan. To my delight, though, someone triggers the hand dryer, so I've got some noise cover. I don't know how or why, but the moment I hit the bomb release button, the hand dryer stopped, allowing the phenomenal splash and crash of my monster turd to echo through the room. I must have sat there for a good 10 minutes before I dared to open the stall door. Something like this has happened to me before, something similar.
Right.
I was majorly sick one day and had just managed to eat and keep down some chicken noodle soup. Within a few minutes, I could feel it coming back up. As I make it to the bathroom, I can also feel the need to poop, but it was one of those, oh God, I'm going to ruin this toilet, mega poops. I get in, close the door and throw my pants off. I sit down at first, but then I can feel the noodles coming back up. Seems like I'm going to puke before I have to poop, so I switch positions. I kneel down and put my head towards the bowl. Now my bowels feel like they're set to explode first, so I switch spots again. I do this maybe 2 more times before I'm at the kneeling position again. Anyways, I managed to get the puke in the toilet. I pooped at the exact same time and it went all over the floor.
Unlucky.
Oh. Again, I've had a similar situation to that, but I was lucky enough that the sink was in reach.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was kind of swivel and then, puke my guts up, but the force of the puke pushed all the fucking shit out. So, it was violent. All I could describe it as is violent.
Mine was, I had a birthday party and I had it Wild West themed.
Did you catch dysentery?
I fucking wish. So
keep it really authentic.
I had the most awesome cowboy outfit. I had like hired chaps and everything, like
Assless
these
chaps.
leather chaps.
Yeah, baby too.
And I shaved my facial hair into a handlebar moustache. Had like long curly hair under my cowboy hat.
The funny thing is, it was his 33rd birthday.
28th?
Yeah,
27th. 27th,
I'll allow that.
I fucking love
Well, that's
themed
fine.
parties. But anyway, I made all these.
Especially when you
decorations.
can crack the ashless chaps out.
Yeah.
And as an
Parties,
adult,
yeah.
you could just do whatever you want. And so I had smoked a ton of weed and I was absolutely fucked and it was getting dark. And I decided to light the barbecue, as you do. So I'm there with the barbecue, throw some burgers on there, sizzling away. I like flip the burgers, not quite cooked. One of them breaks in half, and I drunkenly just picked up the half and ate it. And like everyone was like, "Wait, mate, that's pink inside." I was like, "Can't tell, it's dark. Pretty sure it's cooked. It's all gravy. Don't worry about it." I should have worried about it because about 30 minutes later, I'm sat at the dining table in the house, and everyone's looking at me like, "Wayne, you are green. Like, are you all right?" I was like, "I really don't feel very well. I think I need to spew." And they're like, "How much have you drank?" I was like, "Not that much, but I smoked quite a bit. I think I'm going to whitey." And I've only ever whited once when I was 16 years old.
It's brutal, isn't it?
It's well documented. My one and only whitey ever.
Everybody gets one.
And so I ran upstairs. I fucking got down on my knees. I've got all these chaps on and stuff. So
Good job they're assless. He's about to paint the door.
Got on my knees, started spewing, and literally the instant I started spewing, I started shitting, like liquid shit. And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Like, I was making loads of noise. My girlfriend at the time came upstairs and was like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "Oh shit, my pants." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh shit everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. It's all over me. And there's spew everywhere. And I've missed the toilet. And, I feel fucking horrible." She was like, "Quick, get these chaps off." So I get these chaps off, get in the bath, hose myself down with the shower head. I was a fucking mess. I was like, "I need to spew again." Got on the floor, spewed, shat again. It went all over my legs, all over the floor. It was explosive. I did that like probably 4 times. Like after my second shower, I was like, I'm just not going to bother showering until everything stopped coming out of me. But yeah, and
Didn't I think to like get you a bowl so you can at least sit on the can spewing?
In the end, I think I was sat on the toilet and the sink was next to me, so I was just spewing in that. But yeah, it's like, because I didn't feel like I needed to shit, I just needed to spew. But every time I spewed, the pressure just shot shit out my arsehole. And eventually I said to the girlfriend at the time, I was like, can you just go downstairs and tell everyone I'm not coming back? She was like, really? I was like, yeah, I can't face anyone. I'm a mess. I've shit myself too many times.
And everyone's going to start smelling it very soon.
And probably if that's at you as a bear going, I'm shit myself.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so horrible.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Come back next time for more Wayne shits himself stories.
Jesus.
So we've both told a story how we've shit ourselves. This is your turn now.
I don't think I've got anything I can think of. You know, I've never shat myself after drinking, or I don't really suffer from like
Mine's only
any
been
gut
in
problems
sickness.
after curries and stuff. You know, I don't suffer from any of that.
It's just not. Just never trust a fart.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of them, but I've managed to like catch it in the cheeks. So, then have to kind of waddle to the
Where
bathroom.
you think you've got the shorts.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I think there might be a little bit of juice in them
Yeah.
shorts.
I mean,
There was one. No, I was kind of sick. I had a really bad cough, and I went into a coughing fit. And I coughed that much that I literally shot a nugget of shit out. But I was still kind of sick, so I'll put that in the sick category. But yeah, this massive coughing fit. I think,
Nugget.
yeah,
the technical term of
a
that.
fucking little pebble, probably about the size of the cat shit stone that you threw.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right?
It's just fucking rocketed out.
The technical term for that is called using a choke.
Right. I think, this is the last one I've got. But this one is related to the Poo Finger.
Ooh.
In a way. Once, I was out of toilet paper, so I used cotton balls.
There a while.
So I'm wiping, and I think So I'm wiping, and I think my finger kind of poked through the cotton. So and do not ask me why, I smell my finger to check.
Oh,
I bring it up to smell it, right? But somehow the cotton got stuck to my fingers. So when I smell my fingers, the cotton gets stuck to my razor stubble. So then I have this shit cotton all over my face.
That's fine. I thought the story was going to go slightly different.
Yeah.
Then there was like, and I don't know why, I thought it was going to say, I just put it in my mouth. You know, just like an autopilot. Oh, shit. But no, it's fucking little smudgy cotton ball on his face. Fucking bit of corn stuck on it.
Oh, so there we go. Read it. Tore it on Twitter.
Just double check and see if I've got anything else.
Isn't poo funny?
Yeah, it's quite a predominant.
It's very funny.
It is. It can never not be funny. Well, it can be not funny if someone's dying from pooping, but poop stories, embarrassing poop stories, will never not be funny.
I just read it on Reddit, mate.
Got gigantic silver hair on my afro.
Okay.
That's how I like it.
Been noshing off your grandparents, have you?
Again.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Sorry. Well, you know what's coming, folks. If you enjoy our shit.
Not camping
Ah,
in a woman.
accurate, but
Under
irrelevant.
60.
Okay.
Male's not out of the question.
But yeah, if you like some of our shit you've heard us talking about tonight, there's even more talk of shit.
Yes. Very much talk of poop. A poop-themed podcast. We should call it something poop-related.
We should.
Yeah.
Maybe
Poop Finger.
Poopanga.
Poopanga.
Yeah.
That's pronounced Papua New Guinea.
Poopanga.
If we make our own podcast network, should we call it like Poopify? Instead of Spotify, Poopify.
Oh, but little black balls instead
Poopify
could be little
Prime.
brown balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you again for joining us for another episode of the Poo Finger Podcast, the Poo Heavy Poo Finger Podcast.
A lot of poop.
Don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We got
Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
TikTok,
Reddit.
Instagram at Poo Finger Pod. You can email us at the poofingerpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah. If you want any artwork doing, check me out, Cooper.creationsuk on Instagram.
Penises upon request.
Penises upon request. You want me to draw a cartoon penis in the style of something? Give me a shout.
But if you don't, still give him a shout.
Yeah. Commission me to do nice pictures if you wish.
He's all right.
They don't necessarily have to have genitalia in them.
No.
Or be lewd and crude. I think that's about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, click, comment, send us all your thoughts and feelings.
Any subjects you want us to cover? Give us some ideas. Give us some content.
Do you want to hear more about Kemp's mum's labia? How
Oi,
saggy they are.
Fucking hell.
How stretchy they are.
oi,
How wet they can get.
oi.
Give us a shout.
Jesus Christ.
Kemp will let you know all the details.
I love how I apologise to your mum. You don't even give a courtesy about to mine. That's the minimum you should do.
Never.
Fair enough.
So brutal.
I know. So harsh.
You know I don't mean it.
I know you don't.
I love your mother.
Ah, thank you.
Your mother
I
lover.
do.
Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
Just
Peace
about,
out.
just about me and Lee are going to have the last two French Francis.
What?
You're not getting one.
Oh, you make me want to cry. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Take care.
I'll put my balls on your neck. Throwback.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.